Hello and welcome to Express News. In the next half an hour, we'll get you all the latest news and updates. My name is Abhishek Mahajan. Let's start with the top story. Global Impact Challenge on Thursday ahead of the India AI Impact Summit 2026 to be held in India next month. They presented their ideas and work to the Prime Minister. PM Modi highlighted the importance of artificial intelligence in bringing about transformation in society. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar participated in the first India Weimar format meeting focused on deepening India-European Union relations, assessing challenges in Indo-Pacific and sharing perspectives on the Ukraine conflict. Dr. Jaishankar crossed India's views on the issues of discussion. EAM recalled France and Europe are the most important ties in global order. In a meeting with Dr. Jaishankar, French Foreign Minister No Barrot said India's inclusion signals a deepening partnership between India and Europe. India's Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal chaired a business roundtable with leaders from prominent Liechtenstein companies. The minister highlighted that the India-EFTA trade and economic partnership agreement is not just a trade agreement but a framework to promote investment, technology collaboration, skill development and resilient value chains. Minister Piyush Goyal also visited the Hilti Group headquarters and met their CEO Jahangir Dungachi in Liechtenstein. The discussions focused on advancing localization, increasing value addition and scaling global shipments from India. Ambassador of India to the USA, Vinay Mohan Quatra, met with US Speaker Mike Johnson at Capitol Hill. Quatra expressed deep appreciation for his support for strengthening the bilateral relationship and briefed him on key areas of India-US partnership. PM Modi on Thursday extended greetings to the nation on the commencement of Somnath Swabhiman Parv. PM noted that in January 1026, Somnath faced its first attack. Despite repeated assaults in subsequent centuries, the eternal faith of devotees and the civilizational resolve of Bharat ensured that Somnath was rebuilt time and again. The Prime Minister shared glimpses from his previous visits to Somnath and invited citizens to join the celebration by sharing their own memories using hashtag Somnath Swabhiman Parv. India's GDP is expected to grow at a rate of 7.4% in the current financial year, up from 6.5% in 2024-25. The data also revealed that real gross value added is expected to expand by 7.3% in 2026, up from 6.4% in 2025. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hailed the GDP estimates. In a post on X, PM wrote that India's reform express continues to gain momentum. He added that this is powered by the NDA government's comprehensive investment push and demand-led policy. A group of students from Arunachal Pradesh on Thursday called on President Draupadi Murmu at Rashtrapati Bhavan as part of a national integration tour. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh attended the AI Impact Summit 2026 on artificial intelligence for capacity building and transforming governance at Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi. Speaking at the event, the minister highlighted the importance of national intelligence as the primary operator of the AI. Union Minister of Food Processing Industries Chirag Paswan on Thursday inaugurated the 9th edition of Indus Food Exhibition 2026 at the India Expo Centre and Mart in Greater Noida. The exhibition, organized by the Trade Promotion Council of India, aims to further consolidate India's position as a trusted and competitive partner in global food supply chains. India's Union Minister of Textiles Giriraj Singh attended the National Textiles Minister Conference 2026 on Thursday. The conference aims to provide a platform for deliberations on policy, investment, sustainability, exports, infrastructure, development under the theme India's Textiles, Weaving Growth, Heritage and Innovation. General Officer Commanding-in-Chief of the Southern Command of Indian Army Lieutenant General Dheeraj Seth visited Vadodara Military Station in Gujarat and reviewed the operational preparedness of the 1st In-Battle Air Defence Brigade. In Jammu and Kashmir, a major combing and search operation is underway after an encounter broke out between the security forces and terrorists in the forest of Kamatnala, Kathua. An exchange of fire had taken place yesterday between the J&K police and terrorists. Aadhaar has introduced its official mascot today, a friendly and approachable character designed to connect with citizens, aimed to make Aadhaar services more accessible and easier to understand. Indian benchmark indices ended lower on Thursday with Nifty below 25,900. Nifty 50 was down by 263.90 points at 25,876.85. At close, the Sensex was down by 780.18 points at 84,180.96. Indian rupee ended 14 paise lower at 90.02 per dollar on Thursday. Gold futures maturing on 5th February was priced at 137,150 rupees per 10 grams on the multi-commodity exchange. Silver futures for February 5 maturity stood at 242,719 rupees per kg on the MCX. India's public healthcare system crosses major milestone with over 50,000 health facilities now certified under the National Quality Assurance Standards. Bangladesh's ready-made garment exports slowed in the first half of financial year 25-26, falling 2.63% year-on-year to $19.37 billion. The price of Brent crude oil rose to $60.27 per barrel on Thursday. European shares extended losses on Thursday after weak retail earnings from major companies dampened sentiment. Tech giant Samsung Electronics expects a record fourth quarter profit of $13.8 billion, driven by strong chip and smartphone sales. Venezuela's interim President Delcy Rodriguez said on Wednesday that our country is open to energy partnerships with other nations, emphasizing that the South American country possesses some of the world's largest oil and gas reserves. In a meeting with members of the National Assembly in Caracas, she added that the country is willing to establish respectful relations through commercial agreements that comply with international law. The United States on Wednesday laid out an energy deal with Venezuela, saying it will partially roll back sanctions to allow the sale of oil products from the country. The details were shared in a Department of Energy fact sheet. US President Donald Trump had earlier announced that the interim dealers have agreed to US-managed marketing of 50 million barrels of crude, adding that Venezuela will be buying only US-made products with the money they receive from the deal. Meanwhile, the US seized two Venezuela-linked oil tankers in the Atlantic Ocean on Wednesday. One sailing under Russia's flag, the US operation was supported by Britain's Royal Air Force and one of its military vessels. Moscow has denounced the seizure of the tanker sailing under its flag and demanded that the US treat Russians aboard properly and permits them to return to Russia quickly. As US President Donald Trump doubled down on his push for US control of Greenland, US Secretary of State Marco Rubio plans talks with Denmark next week. Meanwhile, France has demanded an end to intimidations, view echoed by EU Council President Antonio Costa. Poland has urged clarity from US Congress on territorial matters. US Army Reserve soldiers were mobilized in Puerto Rico on Wednesday as part of large-scale military readiness activities at Fort Buchanan and other bases, and heightened US military presence in the Caribbean. A US immigration agent shot and killed a 37-year-old woman in a car in Minneapolis on Wednesday amid an immigration enforcement search. US Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem defended the ICE officer, calling the women's actions a domestic act of terrorism. Trump called the Minneapolis shooting appeared to be an act of self-defense, claiming the woman aggressively resisted officers and deliberately ran over an ICE agent, prompting the officer to shoot her. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey dismissed the government's claim and urged ICE officers to leave the city during a second day of mass immigration raids. Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese announced on Thursday that the government will establish the nation's most powerful form of public inquiry, Royal Commission into the Bondi Beach mass shooting. A senior leader, Azizur Rahman Busabir, affiliated with the Bangladesh Nationalist Party, was shot dead, while another man was injured in an attack in Dhaka on Wednesday night. Police have sealed off the area and heightened security. A senior official in Yemen's main separatist group on Thursday said talks with Saudi Arabia were productive as tension rises between the kingdom and the United Arab Emirates with regards to Yemen, and affirmed their full support and confidence in Saudi Arabia. Saudi-led coalition in Yemen said the head of Yemen's southern separatists, Aida Rus al-Zubairi, left for Somaliland aboard a vessel and then boarded a plane to Somalia's Mogadishu. On Wednesday evening, he plans to join the Rashtriya Swatantra Party and focus on the upcoming parliamentary elections. French farmers gathered at the Eiffel Tower in Paris to protest the Mercosur trade deal, as they fear the agreement aimed at boosting trade with South American countries could undercut local agriculture. All right, we are slipping into a very short break. On the other side, more stories. Keep watching Express News on DD India.
Can the US launch a bombing campaign against Iran? The Philippines vessel suffered structural damage. The saga of child sexual abuse is the United States China's debt trap strategy. Truth is stranger than fiction. But sometimes hard to uncover. Trust us to tell the truth, unadulterated and pure, of every story that matters to you. You read between the lines, cut the clutter, and connect the dots to get you the full picture. Watch Connecting the Dots at these times with me, only on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching Express News on DD India. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Some more stories. The India Met Department says fog and cold wave conditions will persist across North India over the coming week, with temperatures likely to drop by up to 4 degrees Celsius in parts of North, East and Central India. According to IMD, heavy rainfall is forecast in Tamil Nadu between January 9 and 11, while Kerala may see heavy rain on January 10. Kashmir continues to reel under severe cold as July Kala, the harshest 40-day winter period, tightens its grip on the valley. Kashmir Valley recorded its coldest night as temperatures in Anantnag dropped to -5 degrees Celsius, freezing rivers. In Kashmir, Poonch's Mughal Road remains closed due to fresh snowfall. Snow clearance work is underway near Pir Ki Gali, with traffic suspended between Shopian and Poonch since December 31st. Dense fog and a cold wave continue to blanket Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh, reducing visibility and intensifying winter chill as temperatures remain low across the city. Severe weather and low visibility are disrupting flight operations at select airports across northwest, central and northeast India, leading to possible delays and schedule changes. Snow, ice and strong winds have brought widespread transport disruption across parts of Europe for a third day, with hundreds of flights cancelled and passengers stranded. Australia's south was hit by a severe heat wave on Wednesday, with temperatures soaring above 40 degrees Celsius, triggering health warnings, power strain and bushfires. Meteorologists said it was the worst heat event in 6 years, as authorities issued severe to extreme heat alerts across regions. Children and adults in Hungary's Budapest enjoyed sledding and skiing on a snowy hill in the heart of the city. Visitors called it a truly magical experience, highlighting the joy of playing outdoors in the winter wonderland. A light snowfall transformed the Eiffel Tower into a stunning winter scene, delighting visitors. Many call the unexpected snow a very good surprise and marveled at the picturesque view. Hanoi in Vietnam may suspend train services on the famous railway cafe street in the city centre, citing safety risks. The move aims to preserve the historical and cultural value of the railway corridor, including the iconic Long Bien Bridge. The first giant panda cub born in Indonesia has completed 40 days in good health, marking a key milestone in China-Indonesia panda conservation cooperation. A new study by the researchers at the University of Sheffield and the University of Nottingham finds that waist to height ratio is a more accurate measure of age-related obesity risk than BMI. Scientists may be closer to solving a cosmic mystery with new research from the University of Sheffield suggesting that dark matter and neutrinos could interact. The findings published in Nature Astronomy challenge the standard model of cosmology. Nostalgia is a key theme at the Consumer Electronics Show 2026, currently underway in Las Vegas. Tech firms are showcasing retro products like vinyl players and arcade games, attracting both older generations and Gen Z. At CES 2026, Weddings company showcased its Body Scan 2, a $600 smart scale that tracks over 60 biomarkers to detect early health risks and support better aging through data-driven insights. Another tech company, Lollipop Star, unveiled the musical Lollipop at CES 2026 in Las Vegas. The device plays songs as you lick it using bone conduction technology. The candy transmits sound through the lollipop directly to the listener. Hanoi, Vietnam is set to prepare a UNESCO nomination dossier for its national dish pho and water puppetry as intangible cultural heritage. The New Delhi World Book Fair is set to return to the national capital on January 10th at Bharat Mandapam, Pragati Maidan. The fair organized by the National Book Trust of India will run until January 18th. This year's edition of the book fair pays tribute to courage, sacrifice and leadership of the Indian Armed Forces. Its theme is Indian military history, valor and wisdom at 75. Endangered rural crafts are up for grabs at four-day festival Alliance Francaise in Delhi, running from 7th January to 10th January. The 12th edition of this annual craft festival showcases India's rural craftsmanship. From Ajrak prints to hand-woven carpets, artisans from Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh are displaying their work at the Alliance Francaise, aiming to preserve and promote endangered rural crafts. Hall Bird Sanctuary near Ahmedabad, Gujarat, hosted its annual spectacle this year, welcoming up to 300 migratory bird species. Visitors enjoyed swans, ducks and flocks, creating a lively avian display across the sanctuary's calm waters. At Bikaner's International Camel Festival in Rajasthan, artisans showcased living craftsmanship by creating intricate patterns on camels using scissors and traditional techniques. Indian actor Priyanka Chopra Jonas unveiled her first look as Pirate Bloody Mary in her upcoming action drama film The Bluff, which is set to release on 25th of February. Disney's live-action film Tangled, featuring Australian actor Tegan Croft and American actor Milo Manheim, is yet to be announced. American comedy action thriller film One Battle After Another, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, leads the Actor Awards 2026 with a record of 7 nominations, including acting and ensemble categories. The Actor Awards 2026 will be held on March 1st, just weeks ahead of the Academy Awards, celebrating top performances in film and television. Oscar-winning filmmaker Guillermo del Toro is set to return to the Sundance Film Festival for a restored 4K screening of his debut film Kronos. The special screening will take place on January 27, marking a nostalgic return to the festival where the film first premiered in 1994. Dhurandhar crosses 1,250 crore worldwide, staying strong in its fifth week. The film continues double-digit momentum as it heads into weekend 6. South Indian actor Yash unveiled his character Raya from his upcoming action-adventure film Toxic. The film releases on 19th of March in multiple languages. Bollywood actor Akshay Kumar's horror comedy Bhoot Bangla, directed by Doordarshan, has been rescheduled to May 15. The trailer of Taskari, the smuggler's web, starring Imran Hashmi as a customs officer facing Sharat Kelkar's smuggling kingpin, is out. The series will begin streaming from January 14. Indian actors Nakul Mehta and Shreya Saran's drama and sci-fi series Space Gen Chandrayaan, inspired by India's space mission, will premiere on an OTT platform on January 23rd. Australia sealed 4-1 Ashes series victory after beating England by 5 wickets in the fifth and final test at the Sydney Cricket Ground on Thursday. England resumed day 5 at 302 for 8, leading by 119 runs, and were bowled out for 342, setting Australia a target of 160. Australia chased down the target in just 31.2 overs. Australian opener Usman Khawaja received a guard of honour as he walked out to bat for the last time in international cricket. Khawaja was dismissed for 6 in his last innings. Defending champions Mumbai Indians and Royal Challengers Bengaluru will kick off the 4th edition of Women's Premier League 2026 on Friday. Indian cricketers Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul and coach Gautam Gambhir arrived in Vadodara for ODI series against New Zealand. Ruturaj Gaikwad struck his 15th century in the Vijay Hazare Trophy against Goa, equaling teammate Ankit Bhavne's record for most hundreds in the tournament. The 4th day of second Khelo India Beach Games is underway in Diu, with over 2,100 athletes competing for total 36 medals. Kane Russell struck a hat-trick as HAL Governing Council defeated Strachi Bengal Tigers 6-3 in a high-scoring Hockey India League clash in Chennai on Wednesday. Veteran Indian Grandmaster Vishwanathan Anand dazzled at the Tata Steel Chess India 2026 Rapid and Blitz Open, surging to the joint lead with Hans Niemann after 3 rounds. Two-time Olympic medalist PV Sindhu stormed into the quarterfinals of the Malaysia Open after a comfortable win against Tomoka Miyazaki of Japan. Meanwhile, India's top doubles duo Chirag Shetty and Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy also sailed into the quarterfinals. Indian shuttler Lakshya Sen suffered a shocking second-round match against Hong Kong's Lee Chiuk in the Malaysia Open. Holders Barcelona thrashed Athletic Club 5-0 to reach the Spanish Super Cup final in Saudi Arabia. World number 1 Arina Sabalenka defeated Sorana Cristia to advance to the quarterfinals of the Brisbane International on Thursday. Switzerland and the USA progress into the semi-finals of the United Cup. The last 4 stage will take place on Saturday. Alright, that's all we have in this edition of Express News. You stay tuned for more news and updates. Namaskar.